It's giveaway time! Are you guys interested in winning a Washington football jersey, player of your choice, and some Washington football kicks? Well, you came to the right spot. Juan Gotti is teaming up with Washington Football on Instagram to host a big giveaway. How do I enter this giveaway? All you have to do is follow the instructions that they imply on their Instagram page. Link is in the description. They will be picking a winner during halftime of the Philadelphia Eagles game. Trust me, you guys don't want to miss this offer. A free Washington football jersey that will be vintage and worth a lot of money someday, considering the fact that this won't be our permanent name. So don't miss out on this offer, guys. Trust me, and tell Washington Football that I sent you guys. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video we have some more Washington football news. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case our Washington football team. And let's get straight into today's video. And last but not least, don't forget to enter the giveaway that Washington football is hosting at the halftime of the Philadelphia Eagles game. He will be picking a winner of a jersey of your choice and some free shoes. So go ahead and enter that giveaway. Link will be in the description down below to follow all the directions. It's on the Instagram post. So make sure you guys enter. And with that out the way, let's get straight into today's video. So we finally have some good news. Yesterday, Darius Geis was, I guess had a charge. We already know about all of that. He had a charge for strangulation and stuff like that, or he turned himself in. Then the Washington football team cut him. Then yesterday, Dan Snyder also fouled against the sex stuff, something like that. He filed against that, and now we just been in the news for all bad stuff. And now we finally have something good. We finally have something good. Reuben Foster, we know he got hurt last year. His first day of minicamp, some say it was karma because of what he did in San Francisco. But I was just like, it was just a freak injury. We know he tore his ACL and MCL and also had some nerve damage. So it wasn't just like no regular torn ACL or MCL. He also had nerve damage, and we know he really just got filling in his leg, I would say 4 to 3 months ago. And now we were having speculations whether he was going to even start the season or even play this year, because he started out training camp on the PUP list, the physically unable to perform list. And now we fast forward a week later, we finally got the good news that Reuben Foster is now active and off the PUP list, and he will be playing week 1 versus Philly. This is huge. Honestly, this is huge. This is probably the best news we got all season outside of firing Bruce, hiring Ron, and drafting Chase. I think this is probably the best news because we know how good Reuben Foster can be. He's a person you love to have on your team, but he's a person you hate to go up against. I mean, he's the only guy I seen put Derrick Henry on his butt. You know what I'm saying? So it's really crazy. I really love this pickup that we got last year, but he unfortunately got hurt, and now we're finally gonna be able to see him. And I'm actually happy that he's making his debut now this year instead of last year, because last year we weren't as dominant as we were gonna be this year, or we're at least expecting them to be this year. I mean, we're loaded now. You have Chase. You have, obviously, Montez Sweat, Ryan Kerrigan, Ryan Anderson, Nate Orchard, who's a lot of people forgetting about as the outside guys. And the interior guys, you got Deron Payne, John Allen, Matt Ioannidis, and Tim Settle. So we're really loaded, and rotation is deep on the line. And then the backers, you have, obviously, Reuben Foster now. You can insert him in there. Cole Holcomb, Thomas Davis, Sean Dion. You have a lot of linebackers. Kalechi Hudson, who's a lot of people are sleeping on. We have so many backers, bro. And it's crazy. We're just adding one more to the list. And I really can't wait to see how the backer camp plays out and who gets the starting rotation. Because, I mean, you might see John Bostic starting in some games or starting in some packages. And then next play, you might see Cole Hogan out there starting. Then next play, you might see Reuben out there starting. Or most of them, or Reuben doesn't even have to always play the middle linebacker. He can play the Sam or the Will. Because, I mean, he has a great combination of being able to blow up the holes and tackle. And he has the speed to cover the flats. So, I mean, he doesn't just have to play middle linebacker. But that's really, we know that's his strong suit, middle linebacker. So, or being the Mike, I should say. this is really, I'm really excited about this pickup, and I'm not saying pickup like we just got him, but we didn't know whether or not he was going to start or whether or not he was even going to be on the team this upcoming year because of his injury. But it's great to see that he came back and now he's active off the PUP list. So what does this mean for our defense? I think for our defense, this means that we're going to be even more scarier, honestly. I know a lot of people had us going top 10, maybe if things did pan out the way we were expecting them to pan out, a top 10, maybe top 15 defense. I say this probably moves us up at least 3 more spots in the rankings of the defense. So if you had us going 10, now we're probably 7. So it's really crazy, man, what one player can do for you guys. I mean, if you watched his time in San Francisco, you've seen how great of a tackler he was. Well, you've seen how great of I would say his coveraging is really good in my opinion. Some may beg to differ, but I really believe that he can cover the flats. He's fast enough to, go north and south, and he's fast enough to go downhill to blow up the running back or, maybe sack the quarterback. So I really love this pickup, and I love that he's active now. I mean, he shout out to Reuben Foster. I know a lot of people like to give credit to Alex Smith, which they're not wrong for, because I mean no one will be able to do that again. But Reuben Foster has came back from a lot too. I mean MCL and ACL tear and also nerve damage. So you didn't have feeling in your feet for I would say 3 months ago he didn't have feeling in his feet. That's what we found out from his agent when he said that he didn't have feeling in his leg or his foot. So it's really crazy to see where he came back from. Really, hats off to Reuben Foster, man. I really can't wait to see him in action. And Alabama boy, another Alabama boy added to the lineup. Also, I love to see him go out there with Sean Dion the most, because we know if you watch them at Alabama, you know their chemistry was out the roof, and those guys played like dogs together. So Reuben, Sean Dion, Ryan Anderson, Deron Payne, John Allen, list goes on about of all the players that went to Alabama on this roster, and it's just another Bama boy to the mix, and I really can't wait to see what he does for this team. If I'm being honest, Reuben Foster could easily be a Pro Bowler on this team, in my opinion. He could possibly lead the team in tackles. Is he going to beat out Cole Holcomb for that spot? I don't know, but I think, in my opinion, Cole Holcomb is going to be the one that really leads the league in or leads the team in tackles, or maybe Landon. That's tough. Because I think Landon Collins led the team in tackles, and Cole led the rookies in tackles. That's really tough. Between Landon and Cole, I might go with Landon. Honestly, I might go with Landon only just because he's done it before, and he's really a tackling machine. But Landon, Cole, or Reuben, that's really going to be fun to see who gets the most tackles, honestly. And I know a lot of people might say, well, we didn't come here for the tackles, but it's really going to be interesting. I mean, this defense is going to be swarming the backfield. I mean, you're going to be seeing a sea of burgundy and gold everywhere on every snap of the ball. And I really can't wait for this game against Philly, because Philly's gonna be in a rude awakening, man. Honestly, they're gonna be in a rude awakening, and I can't wait to see. Because I mean, their lineup is already banged up. You know what I'm saying? The left side is really weak. You got R.J. Dillard, I think, at left tackle, and then you got old Jason Peters at left guard. So I mean, that left side is gonna be getting attacked. Chase Young is gonna be on that side, I believe. So, and if you're gonna be double teaming Chase, cool. I guess cool, but you still have to account for Sweat. And you also have to account for Deron and John up the middle, or even I would say Matt Ioannidis, because he gets the most pressures from the interior side, in my opinion. It's really fact. He gets the most pressure. Deron is more so the run stuffer, and John Allen is also the one that gets the pressure. But I mean, they all can get pressure on the quarterback too. But Deron is just the best run stuffer on this team, and Matt Ioannidis is probably the best interior pass rusher on this team. So with that being said, they're just gonna make everyone better around them. I mean, honestly, they are. This whole defense just got 10 times scarier, honestly, because Reuben Foster is really a monster. I mean, he's very few linebackers that we have left in this league that likes to hit. And if you think about it, all the linebackers that really like to hit are older linebackers like Bobby Wagner. I mean, Bobby Wagner's still playing at a high level, probably the best middle linebacker in all of football, but I mean, he's kind of up there and getting up there in age, and he likes to hit. So Reuben Foster's probably the last young guy in this league that really likes to hit. Well, outside of Leighton Vander Esch, maybe. So Reuben Foster is really very few that still likes to hit. And I really can't wait to see what he can bring to this team, man. I'm really happy about this finally. So I think the only person that remains on the list for the Washington football team on the PUP list, physically unable to perform list, is quarterback Alex Smith. So with that being said, it's been your boy One Got It. Like, comment, subscribe, hello to the Washington football team. How do you feel about this? Are you happy? I know you are. So tell me how you feel about this down below. Who do you think is going to start at middle linebacker? Do you think they're going to default give it to Reuben Foster? Or actually, I take that back because Marlon said nobody's getting a position by default. But do you think Reuben Foster is going to be the starter week 1? Or are we going to slowly, gradually work him back into things? I think the smarter thing is to gradually work him back into things. And just because we're loaded at linebackers, we have so many backers. So we don't have to put the same person out there every time. So with that being said, it's been One Got It. Like, comment, subscribe, hello to the Washington football team. Once again, Reuben Foster has been activated and is off the PUP list and should and will be ready barring injury. Let me knock on some wood. Barring injury, he will be out there week 1 versus Philly. Like, comment, subscribe, hello to the Washington football team. I'm out. Peace.